Hey guys, it's Joey Gaming. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I have another junior high school story. Right now I'm currently in high school. I'm a junior, and this story time was actually kind of recent. I would say like a month or two ago this happened, alright? And this is the time that my friend dropped weight, like a heavy amount of weight on his fingers, and there was a lot of blood, and it was pretty intense. I usually don't tell stories about this. I usually don't tell stories like this and involve another person, because main reason is I don't like talking about those type of people. My policy is I don't talk about those people on my channel until they graduate or no longer in the school. That's just my policy, and there's several reasons why I say that. But I got permission from this guy saying I can upload tell a story about him. So that's the story I'm talking about. So my friend, I'm not gonna let's see what name I'm gonna get him. Let's call him Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey is a pretty he's a pretty light guy. Okay. So I met him back in middle school and had him as a class, but I didn't really talk to him much. When my junior year started, I had a gym class, not gym class, a weightlifting class, and you lift weights. Pretty, you know what I mean, like athletic weighting. Well, it's not really athletic; it's just casual. Oh, just lift some stuff, do push-ups. Nothing that crazy. Or it's not too athletic. All right. I had a class with Jeffrey, and I knew him since middle school, but we haven't really talked much. We get into the class, not class. The semester started. I see him. I talked to him, and a few other of my friends were there too. So we talked a little bit. I also met a lot of new people in that class, which was pretty awesome. And let me tell you, Jeffrey, you remember I told you he was super light earlier? Well, he was probably the lightest kid, like, in that whole class, and maybe in the whole school. Let me tell you that, alright? He may be the lightest person you have ever met in your life. Well, not the lightest person, but he was, like, pretty light in my class. He probably weighed at least 100 to 100 pounds at the most, and he probably weighed a lot less. Like, he was pretty light. One day, we had the National Guard come in, alright, and they had us do an event where we were in these big balls. You know those balls where you can go in and you ram people and they go flying? Well, Jeffrey was part of it, and you had these big dudes in the class or whatever that hit him, and he would literally go flying. It was pretty crazy, and he would go upside down, and he can't get himself up because he's like really small. So the gym teacher or the National Guard soldiers or whatever had to go in, fix him, and adjust him so he could go back into battle. Like, it was hilarious, dude. Like, this kid would go flying, but that's kind of besides the point. So I was in gym class one day, alright, talking to my friends, alright. I wasn't paying attention, but Jeffrey was doing something with the weights. Somehow he lifted all the heavy weights up. I'm not sure how, but he lifted a ton of weight up, alright. I think there was some other kid in there that was no longer in the class because of this. I don't know the kid, alright. I don't know the kid's name. I don't really know him, but I don't know. He was nearby the kid at the same time. I wasn't really paying attention. And I think I was on my phone or something at the time. So that was happening, and suddenly I heard the weights come down, and it hit, here this huge amount of weights comes down, and it comes down above Jeffrey's fingers. It wasn't like, he had like a tiny bit of his fingers in the way. It wasn't his whole hand, alright? It was like a tiny bit. It was like the tips of his fingers, alright? So I'm pretty sure when the weights were coming down on his finger, I don't know if he was the one that pulled all the weights up and he dropped it, or it was the other kid. I know some other kid was in there and he got into trouble earlier. I'm not completely sure. But he drops the weights and went down, and I hear this noise. It's like, uh-oh, that's not good. I look to the... I'm gonna have to bleep that out, but I see Jeffrey, alright? Jeffrey is covering his hands, and he has his face like, and he's like in serious pain, dude, alright? So he quickly gets out the class, and I'm over here saying, wait, what happened, Jeffrey? And some other girl in the class or whatever came up to me, says, "Oh, I saw him. He dropped some weight on his fingers, and there was blood everywhere." And I look to the side, and I see, yeah, there's blood. And the machine that he was on, it wasn't a bench press, but it was like one of those hydraulic type of lifting machines. And yeah, there's some blood over there. I saw that. I was like, holy crap, what happened? Some other guy nearby said, "Oh, I accidentally dropped a weight on him." It's like, really? And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't really mean to, but yeah, we were just playing around." I was like, "Oh, seriously, right now?" So that's what happened, alright? And the teacher came in and said, "Okay, who did that?" And I wasn't really there. I was doing some other stuff at the minute. Alright. Suddenly my other friend, alright, my other friend that was totally not part of the whole situation, alright, he was doing another thing near the hydraulic lifting machines. And I don't know, you pull on it, it's kind of hard to explain, but you sit down and you pull on it, alright? My friend decided, hey, you know what, I'm gonna let go, see what happens. He lets go and BAM! Drops a huge weight. My teacher comes out of him, yells at this kid, alright, my friend. And my friend is like scared, terrified. I'm probably the most terrified in the whole room. And my teacher already yelled at somebody for dropping weights on my friend, but now my other friend is dropping heavy weights, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I decided I can't be part of this. So I turn around, and I go to where the curls are, the curl lifting weights are, and I start doing that so it look like I'm busy, because I'm not part of this situation. I don't want to be part of it. So that's what's happening, and eventually my gym teacher's like, "You know what? I am done with your behavior. Get out," and tells the other kid to leave. I don't know what happened, but earlier that day he apologized to my friend, saying, "Oh, you know what? I was pretty upset that you dropped that weight, and I was upset at this other kid because his other kid." Yeah, that was later down. This is like a day later after the whole event happened. So Jeffrey, after what I understand is after he dropped this weight on his hand, he went back. He tried to get to the nurse's office. At my school, the nurse's office is a little bit strange. We have a medical area, but it's not accessed. Not all the students have access to it, and it's only meant for the athletic kids. So my teacher, alright, led Jeffrey into the medical area for the athletes and stuff, just in case one of the football players breaks their leg or something, alright? And apparently they put ice on there. So Jeffrey was in that class the whole day, putting ice over it. The teacher explained to him, saying, "Oh, he was lucky that his whole hand wasn't there, because it would have braked it, and he should be lucky that he only broke part of his finger and nothing." Well, he didn't really break anything, but yeah, honestly, it was pretty bloody. A lot of really crazy stuff. But at the end of the day, my friend Jeffrey was okay. He had this scar for the rest of the week, which seemed pretty awesome, though. Well, not awesome, but yeah, moral of the story is don't drop heavy weights on your fingers, because it will end bad, and the teacher will yell at you and blame some other kid. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this school story time. I have a few more if you guys want me to tell those on the channel. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Have a great, beautiful day. See ya. Peace.